Oh, I wanted to look at this high school that went viral. And I saw a tweet that actually went viral over this high school that went viral, which shows something very, very real about, you know, the disparities of how we fund certain areas, neighborhoods. Why the boy was banned?
Carmel High School.
Join us on a tour.
This is the auditorium.
This is the Commons.
This is the catwalk.
This is the planetarium.
This is Senior Hallway. This is our Carmel High School library.
This is the Oz hallway.
This is the Carmel Cafe and Market.
This is the back of the Carmel Cafe.
And this is our Carmel Cafe where we have Teddy.
And this is the Carmel Varsity Gym.
This is the new addition to the Hall of Fame.
These kids' parents are the ones who actively min-max paying less taxes too. Yeah, I mean, dude, it's obviously like a rich white neighborhood. Indiana resident here. Carmel, Indiana is disgustingly gentrified compared to the towns around it. Yeah, I mean, let me tell you something. You didn't have to tell me that, okay? I can see it. I can see the product of what you're saying right here.
This is the freshman gym. This is the weight room.
This is the wrestling room, baby.
This is the blue and gold gym.
This is the blue and gold track.
This is the field house.
This is the varsity time.
No, this is not a private school. This is a public school. This is a public school. This is a public school. Right? Isn't it a public school? Yeah. Bro. Understand. Carmel High School. Is it a charter? Let's see. I'm pretty sure this is a public school. Bro. It definitely, dude. Look at this school and understand when motivated by racial segregation and also obviously social, like, you know, segregation of class as well. Okay. White people can come together and fund the greatest amenities that you have ever seen. Do you understand? This is the real consequence of redlining. This is the other side of the process. That's it. There's a reason why, dude, there's a reason why white people fought so fucking hard to make sure that their communities were different. Why do you think that's the case? So don't have nice things? No. There is a positive. There is a positive to all of this, okay? And the positive is that everyone should have this. Looking at this school and getting mad at this school is silly. Understanding that this is a representation of like what public funding, adequate public funding could create is the takeaway here. Okay? I look at this and I see segregation. I see white people's willingness to like fund their own public education for their next of kin as long as they are segregated by both race and also class too. Okay? Yeah, it is a rich area. For Europeans and for Americans, for non-Americans in the chat, in the United States of America, they have public schools. They are in a state of, disrepair. They are exceptionally underfunded. However, schools are funded by local taxes. So what they end up doing is creating like these high wealth density areas by design, these enclaves that they map out specifically so they can have schools like this. So even our public institutions that are supposed to be by design, like bare minimum, basic necessities, give everyone like adequate educational opportunities, do not have a fucking equality of opportunity. Do not create a system of equality of opportunity because the bottom is not equal. Carmel is the super rich enclave of capitalists for Indianapolis. They do urbanism for upper white class. I would believe it if it was a public school. It is a white. It is a upper. It is a wealthy white neighborhood, and also yes, this is a public school. 50 sales rep says my high school was literally a converted admin office building from the hospital across the street. Jesus Christ. It was the only school in my district with air conditioning as a result of formerly being an office building. Schools are funded by property taxes. Specifically, you can have worse school districts in the same city in shittier neighborhoods. Yup. Exactly. Yes, they're funded by property taxes. Horrible. Yeah, I don't have an issue with property taxes funding schools. I just think that there needs to be a better distribution of funds for how public schools work. That's how you get the CPS, Chicago Public School System, that is 90% black and brown. Okay, that has damn near the entirety of the fucking children in the state of Illinois that need public schooling, not the entirety, but still like make up a large percentage of the fucking students, and is like 70% underfunded, I think. Half of the classes in my high school were hosted in trailers. The school parked in a field outside of the actual building because the school was too small. Rural North Carolina. De facto segregation and white flight will never allow for a fair tax-based distribution. Yeah, I mean it's a fucking incredibly unpopular idea. Guys, school desegregation was one of the fucking formative like foundational movements that created as a reaction to school desegregation. The white evangelical base was formed as a political entity. So that is at the heart of every fucking parent. If you think that like parents are freaking out about like queer children being in school or whatever, trust me, those queer children are still sometimes white. You know what I mean? If there's one thing, not that is not an issue, it certainly is, but there is, as we talked about last night, a lot of apathy towards this. And it's mostly like extremely online conservative psychos who think that this is like a really important issue. Most people don't give a shit one way or the other. But most people do give a shit about black people going to school with white people, or your tax funds funding black education. Like a lot more people would be up in arms, as they have been historically. And I would go so far as to say the main reason why they're not right now is because we do have de facto segregation now. It's just like hidden segregation. It's not codified in the same way that it was, right? But the remnants of the remnants of segregation still exist. Wouldn't equal funding to all schools, no matter the area, lead our school systems to communism? Yeah. I mean, yeah. Do you think it's fair to split the fund equally between all schools, even if the surrounding suburbs don't pay as much property tax? I think that would be literally better. Yes, by need. Funding by need would be significantly better. Yes, I do think so. Yeah, I don't care. I don't care that like people are paying more in because remember, you're talking about literal babies, dude. You're talking about fucking children. Like they're innocent. You know what I mean? They haven't even learned about the world yet. They're learning about the world, and the conditions that they learned about the world in are, significantly different. And then people think like, oh man, no wonder. People don't understand why. People don't understand why black people demographically yield worse outcomes overall for the next generation than white people. But there's also another part of this, like you can fund this in federal taxes too. You should be able to fund this with like state taxes and federal taxes, and not necessarily just like your local property taxes. And I think that like our tax dollars should be funding this shit rather than funding more bloodshed overseas, or even domestic manufacturing for weapons that we will inevitably use overseas. Does that make sense? I mean, you can't tell me that this is fine. I mean, look, this is Indiana. Let's look at a fucking Gary. Let's look at a school in Gary. After this, let's look at a public school in Gary. I'm sure there's a TikTok of one, and then you will understand what I mean.
This is the varsity tunnel.
This is part of our wall of success.
This is our natatorium.
This is the hallway of fame. This is our 3-story freshman center.
This is CHTV.
This is our live radio.
This is the yearbook room.
This is the auto shop.
This is the wood shop.
Oh yeah, it gets more crazy. They got an auto shop. I don't even know what the fuck that is. This is like, I went to a private school in Turkey. I went to Tehran Karakoliji in high school only because I couldn't get into like a good public school. And I mean, the private schools are like very expensive, obviously. And we didn't have any of this shit, dude. I mean, this is craziness.
Our live radio.
This is the yearbook room.
This is the auto shop.
Yes, get into public school. You heard that right. In Turkey, in 8th grade, you take a statistical aptitude style test to be able to get placements. And if you don't place high enough, and all the highest placements are, will give you access to the best schools in the country. Those schools happen to be public schools. Private schools are pretty good too, but it's not as good or as prestigious as public schools are. And if you don't actually get into one of the most prestigious public schools, you then have to take another test and get into private schools. That's how it was when I was in 8th grade. Maybe it's changed. Same with college. And in both of those circumstances, the public institutions are still more prestigious and actually better. I mean, you still get into a school, chatters. You just get into like a shittier public school if you don't get into some of the best. That's how it works.
This is the wood shop.
Main cafeteria.
This is the bookstore.
This is one of the many cooking rooms in the Carmel.
And this is the Decker room.
What's Deca? Indiana resident here is not just their school building. Carmel is notorious for having the best programs in the state and crushing the rest of us in competitions because they can afford it. They're universally despised across the state. I mean, there's like a technical component to their school too, right? Like they have a tech school too, I guess. That's why they have an auto shop. But anyway, I need to... Shittier schools in Turkey are usually labor schools, which guarantee you a pretty well-paying job, as you probably know. Yeah, there are meslek liseleri, okay, which are like, I guess, how it would translate to like, I mean, it's like a tech school or, trade school, not tech school, sorry, vocational school, trade school. And you know, you can get a pretty solid job after that, after your trade school. And those are also still publicly funded. And those are all still pretty fucking decent. Best example of trade schools that are really good are in Germany, though. Their DECA team is one of the teams that my son's DECA team takes special pride in beating. Auto shop in a high school that has kids' families that will 100% send them to fancy college and wouldn't want them doing a blue-collar job. I mean, maybe. All right, so does anyone have does anyone have fucking Gary, Indiana? Here's a good Vice doc about a Gary, Indiana high school.
Holy shit, is that a Corvette?
That's a vet, I told you. He don't know what he's doing driving that bitch. It's like... And it got pipes on it. I got my Tom here. He with the camera crew like I told y'all, mother.
Walking with me.
I ain't walking in with you. I'm walking in by my damn self. I'm sorry. Come on, Tom. We gonna find something to do tonight.
Okay, yeah.
We walking out there together, bro. You ain't my date, but we walking out there together, all
Okay,
right?
thank you.
You a 18-year-old black bitch?
You missed part 2 for Carmel. There's more?
Welcome back to Carmel High School. Today we'll be doing a tour of what we missed, starting with the performing arts. It's presented to you by Carmel DECA.
Beep, 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 yeah! You can drop my sound. This is the Carmel Symphony Orchestra.
This is Wind Symphony 2.
I can't believe there's more. I can't.
This is a Carmel football field.
It holds 10,000. This is the Carmel varsity football locker room.
This is our football legacy.
This is a soccer stadium.
This is the freshman cafeteria. This is Greyhound cafeteria.
This is the fashion room.
It's desynced. They fucked it up.
This is the esports room.
This is the College and Career Resource Center.
This is activities and athletics office.
This is the jewelry room.
This is one of these ceramics rooms.
I live in Indianapolis, and Carmel was one of our rivals because I went to the biggest school in the state. Carmel is a rich-ass suburb of Indy and is full of races. I played baseball, and we had 2 black kids on our team, and every time we played, they would get called slurs while playing. Gary is way better is what I'm getting here. Man, this is not supposed to be positive, brother. Look at the fucking circumstance. Look at their school versus look at the school in Gary. What the fuck? Motherfuckers got 14 tennis courts, bro. What the fuck are you talking about?
Let's do it. Get to it. Let's do it.
Graduating high school is the quintessential American coming-of-age ritual. It's the one we all go through no matter where we are in the country, no matter what background we come from, unless you're a weird homeschool kid. As more kids go to college and adolescence gets extended from 18 off into the 20s for a lot of people, it's a rite of passage that many communities, I feel, take for granted. However, in a community like Gary, where not everyone graduates high school and not everyone makes it to 18 alive, it's still a big deal. It's still when you become a man. or woman. It's been a decade and a half since I graduated high school. I have no clue what kids get up to these days.
Are you worried at all about, like, teachers smelling weed off you?
Man, they smell that shit every day.
I met a kid named Keith.
Bro, like, look at the way that these kids are living, dude. You know what I mean? Like, that's crazy.
Who goes to a school here called New Tech.
Do we smile or no smile?
Man, we do anything, man.
No smile, okay.
They had their prom pretty late, so I went with him. It was a pretty fun time, but like very regular prom-y, sort of like a lot of like grand ambitions of getting laid and getting like completely wasted, kind of pared down to sort of just going to the thing, dancing a lot, hanging out. Pretty much the same places you would normally on like a high school weekend, but in extremely fancier clothing.
Wanted to make sure you had a good time on his prom.
Keith's also got a friend named Tristan who goes to the fancy art school across town.
I got restricted from parties by my girlfriend. So.
How long does this restriction last? Is it indefinite or?
Life. For as long as she's there, that restriction's there.
Keith and Tristan are both graduating at the same time. They're gonna be sort of our guides to the underworld the last week of high school.
Monte called. Hello? Yeah.
Phone's blowing up.
Yeah, nigga, where you at? You need to come pick me up. Come to my block. Nigga, I'm on feet. Any day you go right there. That boy faithful, I swear.
Yeah, good friends, man.
Oh yeah, man. We all we got.
How you doing, Monte?
Oh, I'm good. I just came from a job interview. I got a job today.
Oh yeah, where at?
Charlie's in the mall.
Oh, they hired you, bro?
Yeah, I start today at 4:30.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
That's the I'm talking about.
Now that he has a job, he can probably pay for the top of the hour ad break avoidance fee, which is $5 a month, or a free one in the form of a Twitch Prime. By connecting your Amazon Prime account to your Twitch account, you too can avoid the top of the hour ad break that comes at the top of the hour. Of course, you can also avoid it by getting gifted a sub. Perry the Platussy, thank you for the 5 get the subs. Serenely Neurotic, thank you for the 5 get the subs, allowing 10 people to no longer see the ads at the top of the hour. Here is the 3-minute ad break now. Platussy is...
That's it, bro. The whole squad got jobs now.
Gary has kind of like a track system with their high schools. Instead of having like everybody in the same building, there's like a separate school for like the arts and gifted kids, and then New Tech is like the trade school. That's where Keith and his friends go.
This is my senior checkout card. I need this to get my cap and gown so I can graduate.
Oh, cool. So it's like a little scavenger hunt.
Yeah. Mr. Bodie, the man I'm looking for. We need that golden signature.
Mr. Smith, we need them signatures.
I need your John Hancock. For what? I blew cards.
No, I'm not signing it.
You ain't signing it?
I can't sign it.
Why?
I don't want you to leave.
You got a pen?
I got, man. Do anybody have a pen for this man, please?
Rumor has it, it's an electric chair back there for the bad kids.
No. Miss Hogan already signed right there. I had you. You remember?
Oh, yes, that's
Yeah.
So Keith, Michael, and Monte all got, I think, most of their signatures they need to pick up their cap and gown. That's like the order of business today.
You got a balance of 31.75?
No, I ain't got no balance. Matter of fact, when they sent me my stuff, they didn't even send everything.
Like what?
I don't know. You gotta call my people.
Call your people.
It's like whatever muscle was in the school is just relaxed, and all the kids are just kind of floating around. Attendance is pretty much a formality at this point.
So tomorrow, the last day, all right, I'm finna go get all my stuff out of my locker, too.
This still looks like a decent high school. I will admit, I'm surprised. I've seen some fucking high schools that even predominantly white children go to in parts of fucking like rural ass areas that are worse than this, straight up. Like, America is so fucking awful. Especially, I don't know what the population density of Gary is, but I mean, definitely it's miles different than the Carmel one that you guys saw. Türkiye'de daha da kötüleri var. Ulan tabii Türkiye'de daha kötüleri var amına koyayım. Bizim ülkeyle karşılaştırabilir misin Amerika'yı? Dünyanın en zengin ülkesi abi bu. Bizde para yok. Para olduğu zaman da cebine sokuyor orospu çocukları AKP'liler. This guy's saying, yeah, oh, dude, Turkish high schools are way worse. I know, motherfucker. I'm like yelling at him. I'm like, yeah, no shit, bro. You're comparing Turkey to America.
My jumpsuit and shit.
I do think that one, because it's a technical high school, it's a little bit different. And also two, it probably has something to do with the population density. And lastly, if you look at like Chicago public schools, it's worse than this. Or if you look at rural areas in America, if you want to see how fucking shitty the poor white people live, you got to look to like rural high schools in rural neighborhoods, right? Rural areas, like the forgotten people. And if you want to see how shitty the situation is for black people or brown people in general, then you got to look to like high population areas, like high population density areas like Chicago, Detroit, like where a lot of black people live, and there's just a lot of people in general. Now, of course, this is still bad in comparison to Carmel, so you see that juxtaposition, but that's just usually the way it goes.
Just a shot, bro.
Which one's yours? That the Dodge?
Yep. My bumper up. Crazy story. Man, we spent a lot of hours in here, boy. It's gonna be a good memory.
So this is Keith's car that he screwed up. I think radiator blew and warped these cylinders, which probably means it's a junker.
I mean, even look at the differences in the car shops. Like, where's the OG one? Like, look at their car shop.
This is the auto shop.
Look at their auto shop.
He's still been working on it. He has to get it out of here on the last
Still
day
not
of
that
school
bad,
because
but
obviously it would just sit around the rest of the summer if he didn't. It's kind of interesting. I think in auto shop in like kind of like suburban world is sort of just like a last ditch attempt to reform, basically juvenile delinquents for the bottom of the class. But here in Gary, it feels like not only like everybody's really excited about being an auto shop, but it's like an extremely valid skill. Let's put.
Yeah, this is a technical school, right? It's a vocational school, so that's why they have the auto shop, just like the other school had it too.
And Monte on the track to get jobs out of
This low key indicates that this school is like pretty decently fucking funded, in my opinion.
How long have you been in that program?
What?
Auto.
This is my third year. When I started off in here, we was doing engines and stuff, but now we ain't really doing nothing.
Why not?
Oh, cause last year, during the summer, they had a big misunderstanding and they auctioned off everything we had in here. Like, we had cars in here, we had an old Benz in here, a Cadillac.
The school sold them off?
Yeah, the school sold them off.
Huh.
Jesus Christ.
Gary, Indiana is in pretty rough shape. It was once a thriving steel town in the middle of the last century and birthplace of the Jackson Five. Got hit hard by the forces that affected the Rust Belt. Deindustrialization took the jobs away, white flight took the tax base out into the exurbs, and what was left is what you see behind me, a deurbanized, rotting hulk. For the kids graduating this year from Gary's high schools, this is what the town has always looked like. Kind of goes without saying, it's a pretty harsh place to come of age.
This the G, man. This Broadway. Back in the day, they'll show you pictures. This used to be lined with cars. All these businesses open, thriving. Folks walking up the street like it was New York. You know, they be crowded as shit.
Yeah.
That's how it used to be, man. And I look at it, I'm like, damn, I wish I could have lived to, You feel me? Back when it was like that.
Has it always been like?
Well, technically, the other side of that is that back when it was like that, black people also were not able to, you know, have the same amenities. So in a way, you're just like doubly cooked. You know what I mean? Like, it's the worst. Even when you think about your own history as a black person living in fucking Gary, Indiana, you're like, oh man, imagine when like, you know, this city was booming, and it's like, well, it wasn't booming for, you know.
Like this for you, or is it?
For me, yeah. Come on, now. Know y'all been hitting all
Pointing
these
out the obvious?
potholes
No,
here.
like it's
roads are a
important to
little rough,
recognize that.
Little. That's the school we used to go to. It's abandoned now.
That field has not been mowed in a long time.
That's how all the schools is around here. That's abandoned and all of that.
Is that because there's like less kids? Like what's, is it just money or is it because people have
No,
moved
what
out?
it is property tax. You know, they get money off property tax.
Right.
All these houses are abandoned or becoming abandoned, and then the people that do have houses, they not paying their taxes, you know, they getting foreclosed and all of that. That causes our schools to have no money. This is my guy Anton crib, this green crib.
Oh, cool. So we're in actual Gary right now, right?
This is actual Gary, and it's kind of a bad part of town. But really? Everybody know everybody.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, good.
Actual setup, yeah.
Yeah, that's how wet it is. It's dripping.
What's that?
Blessing the bottle.
Oh, how do you do that? Just
tap it a couple of times.
Tap it a couple times?
Yeah. All right, come on, we got an hour, Anton.
Don't trip.
When Gary had his first black mayor, Gordon Hatcher, that's when all the white people started really moving out of Gary. And then all the towns started changing their names from Gary. Like, Gary used to be way bigger than this.
Yeah.
Now it's Gary, the hood part, and then there's Miller, which is the beach part. And then they got Lake Station, which used to be called East Gary. That's just Lake Station, Indiana now.
Hey, y'all came to one of the greatest cities in America. Y'all just don't know. This is one of the hidden cities.
Gary?
But let me tell you, yeah.
You gotta get the powder.
Gary been filled with a lot of good people. And it still is. Got superstars coming out of Gary, you know. So they getting ready right now. You know, you don't really hear them right now because they going to college and doing all that shit. I'm telling you. You're going to hear a lot of good stuff coming out of Gary because it's not all, you know, drinking and smoking and doing all this, you know. Now, y'all might catch that at Emerson with my guy Tristan. That man, he like taking like 5 AP classes, senior class president. Yeah. All that shit, you know. Y'all gonna get a different
Is it fade kind of mid, not gonna lie? Okay, chill, bro.
glimpse when y'all catch him and shit. Hey, everybody be quiet. This my
That's what happens when the barber's drinking.
mama. This my mama. Hello?
Keith met Tristan back in middle school where they had class together, while Tristan's dad still lives right down the road from New Tech.
Holy shit.
Tristan drives every morning to another school, we're at Emerson, which has a program for gifted kids.
Morning. Is this
It's
you?
not working.
Yep. Dude, this is nice. How are you? You're looking good.
Thank you.
The
This for
host
last
is
week's school?
broken.
This is your usual,
It's literally, it's a bad gateway, dude. I don't know why you... Christ. How does one person break the fucking government website, dude? Bro just snatched your IP. GG's. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Whenever we get the dress down, I kind of dress a little up.
That's weird. If I was out of uniform, I'd probably be wearing like a metal t-shirt or something.
Oh,
Tristan's not only class
that is
president
fire.
and on a full load of college-level courses, he's also lead sax in the school band, not unlike Lisa Simpson.
How are you feeling about everything? Is it weird or? I really don't know. I know I'm gonna go straight to college and do the same thing I've been doing in high school. So.
Where are you going?
Morehouse.
Summer's rolling out before you.
Yeah.
What are your plans? Are you gonna
work and enjoy and try to enjoy as much as I can in between work, you know?
Just waiting on Tristan's girlfriend. What's her name?
China.
China, okay. Giving China a ride.
Mm-hmm. Makeup. You didn't say hi to nobody?
Hey, I'm Thomas.
I'm China.
China, great to meet you.
Great to meet you too.
You had a little thing on your face.
Thanks to Tristan's flashy choices, I guess I'm out of a ride now since he only has space for his girlfriend. I don't know if that was kind of by design, but fortunately, I've been to high school before. I know how things work, and I have my own car. So, crisis averted. Let's go to school.
What the fuck? Bro, this guy he's
So
such
we're
a
Emerson's
goober.
in
He
Miller,
got
which is kinda
dumped
like
by
the
an
nice part of
18-year-old
Gary. It's
dude.
up by the lake. There's a beach here. It's got a little main street with brew pubs and cafes and an indie art gallery. And it's a fitting place for like the nice art school where the fancy kids sort of go. Beat us. Cool. You guys on time? Or?
Yeah, we're fine.
Cool.
Yeah, our class wouldn't mind anyway. We're
Awesome.
done.
I gotta pee. I'll be back.
Government.
Government. Cool. You?
Same.
Same. Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Same classes.
You have all the same classes.
What do kids here think about like New Tech kids?
I really couldn't tell you.
Do you know what they think about Emerson kids? Is there like a reputation? You guys like the smart ones? Or?
We do, but I don't want to say it on camera.
What is it? Oh, okay.
It's I can tell you, but if it's too much, you cut it out. They think we're a lot of gays.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So they say we're
It's not you saying
a
it.
softer school.
Softer school, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
so.
That's a softer way of putting it. Cool. Part of Warren Emerson's reputation comes from its performing arts program. It's kind of like a Gary version of the high school from Fame.
This is me.
That is you.
Yeah, this is 1980.
Like your hair.
Yeah.
It's great. So can you tell me who's dancing in there right now?
You've got Laurel Brummett, Jaslyn Brokeman, and Whitley Moses.
Okay.
And we have one other senior, but she's not dancing. So I understand that she's going to go into the Coast Guard.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow,
so.
that's kind of not as far from dance as you can really
Right.
get.
Well,
You do have to have strong legs on those boats, though.
yeah. I'm a Marine.
Is that right?
Yeah.
The other three girls, are they sticking with it?
Oh, yeah. Laurel and Jaslyn are definitely going for...
Chat, Chad is not throwing up hossos over fucking 17 and 18-year-old girls, man. There is no shot. I don't give a fuck if you yourself are high school age. Shut the fuck up, chatters.
Being professional dancers.
Jail for all of
What I try to tell
you.
people is, if you're going into dance to be famous or get rich, then you probably need to do something else. If you're going into dance because you love the art form, then you are okay. You're in the right place, and you're probably going to be successful. Everybody that has been in our program that said that they wanted to be professionals and were willing to take the advice that we gave them, they're dancing.
Yeah.
They're making a living. These kids come from places where competition is everything.
Yeah.
You know, and the issue comes in is like, what kind of foundation do they have coming from home? Because Gary is not an easy place to live, and if you soft or timid, you know, it'll eat you up.
It's like training with weights on, right?
Yes. No. It's like if you were walking, walk, yeah. Yes. You'd be surprised what they could do.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Watch.
Oh my God. Okay. I'm gonna skip rocks. That's what I'm gonna do.
That's a good one. No, this is this even a rock or that's a square rock.
Nope, never mind.
Caught the wind on that one.
Hey, Tristan, true religion.
Oh, my jeans. Okay, I'm good.
This is probably the most wholesome time I've spent on a beach in decades. These are kind of definitively good kids. Seniors.
15.
15. So what are you guys' plans for summer? Are you guys gonna
Of
hang
course, the nerd is interested in the rock. Okay,
around?
chill.
It's work for me.
And then you got college, and are you going to Morehouse too, or?
Oh no,
Calumet here.
Oh, cool.
drama.
So it's dawning on me that these are like straightforward good kids, what you would call nerds, but
Wait, why? What the fuck? Why is he like? Why did he think that they weren't gonna be? Like, what why is that even an assumption? I don't
There's
know.
levels of nerd. They're not like kind of the sweaty, like unkempt nerds of our youth who couldn't.
Bro, this is so weird. They're just like fucking in the background, just being normal. And this dude is in the front, like, oh, these guys aren't like the sweaty nerds, you know? Like, bro, America is such a strange place, dude, that like we really have not solved, you know, a lot of the racial animosity in this country. I mean, just not even a little bit. Even the most woke motherfucker is like talking about a bunch of black kids like they're like yeah, he's David Attenborough, you know, following people in the Serengeti or some shit, like following fucking doing like a wildlife documentary. What the fuck? Bro, they can hear you, dude. Like, why are you in the foreground fucking talking about them like it's Nat Geo? What the fuck? He's literally like, it's like, yeah, these kids, they're nerds. They're very good. Which is not expected in their natural habitat, the beach.
Hold down a girlfriend. No. Tristan looks like he's in a John Hughes movie with his sports car in China there. They're kind of like nerd aristocracy.
You can't handle the film, China. You can't handle
You guys nervous about like a last summer together, or is it?
Yeah, no.
This is an old video though? Oh, is it? I've never watched
I
this.
may
Keith
brush
made
it off
me.
a lot,
I've never watched this.
Yeah, I'm really nervous. A little bit. Trying to drag this summer out as long as I can.
Oh man, that's 1 month.
Huh?
It's like a month.
It's like it is like a month. It's a solid month.
Okay, this one is, I mean, it's kind of boring too, also. Like, there's not a lot of. Oh. Wait, ooh, I think I saw a military recruiter. Hold up. Did I see that right? I'm pretty sure I saw a military recruiter somewhere in here. That's big. Oh, there it is. Maybe not.
Right. I think it's kind of equal.
Town is the abandoned building where people do drugs and are afraid of ghosts. Oh Christ, are they dancing again? This never stops.
You're gonna have to think about it and draw out a life plan, man.
That's exactly what people keep telling me, and I'm just trying to do that. But it's like everything is kind of equal, you know?
Mm-hmm. Join the Marines, okay? You can take a semester of college up here right now, all right? Get something under your belt, okay? But let the Marine Corps pay for it.
Oh my God, bro. You're a bad guy. I'll say it. Bad guy. Just the worst, okay? Just the fucking worst guy, dude. It's a trap. Don't fall for it. Oof. Seeing this, oh my God. This is like unholy Riz, okay? You are not seeing the pearly gates of heaven if this is the type of Riz that you're doing. Because a used car salesman sells you a fucking dud. A Marine Corps recruiter sells your fucking body and soul to the Department of Defense, okay? Infinitely worse. The worst kind of salesperson. Holy shit, dude. Turns you into a fucking lemon. Just real bad.
Right? Let the Marine Corps do the training and education at the same time for you. All right,
See,
so you don't have to.
That's a lot to juggle, though. Like, you know what I'm saying? What if I go to the Marine Corps and then I don't go to college and I get out the Marine Corps, I ain't got nothing?
It really all depends on you and your drive, man. Because you could say that about the Marine Corps, too. You could say, hey, I'm going to go to college, and I definitely want to be a Marine, but I'm going to go to college first. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And then completely back out of the idea of being a Marine.
Ain't no
you know?
fucking military recruiters in Carmel. That's what you think. No, first of all, no. They definitely aggressively pursue black and brown and underfunded neighborhoods and underfunded communities. But you think they don't recruit from Carmel? Yes, they do. They're everywhere, bro. It's America. They don't give a fuck. Carmel has the CIA recruiters? No, that's Yale. That's not how that works. See, you don't get into the CIA straight out of high school. That's not a thing. You get into the CIA after you go to college in one of the Ivies. That's how you get into the fucking CIA. You are looking at the bottom of the rung, okay? You are literally looking at the lowest end of the totem pole and the recruitment and comparing it to the highest end where, you already come from like a relatively wealthy family, upper middle class, or, pretty fucking fairly wealthy family. And then they recruit you after.
And you had told me you wanted to do this for like the longest time.
Yeah, I have. You know what I'm saying? But
I watched him go from, having all these plans.
I got called by a recruiter about a year ago, told him I have bad mental disorders, and he said, it's all good now because they changed shit up. They're like, no, come on, don't worry about it, man. That's the more mentally ill you are, the better, bro. We're fucking woke now. We're just so understanding. That's what they said. That's what they said. They're like, no. You didn't see the ads? You didn't see the woke ads? I don't get it. Remember? They, them military? American military is gay now. Don't worry.
In high school, having as many options as you do, I didn't choose anything and I'm still sitting in mom's basement doing nothing,
how you making it seem is I'm not gonna do anything in life, but I am. That's the crazy part.
I don't want it to seem like that. What I want it to seem like is it's not as easy as what you're thinking.
There's a lot to think about.
No, it's always a lot to think about, man.
Yeah.
But like I said before when we first sat down, just think about it for too long. Gone. All right? I know you got my number.
Yeah.
So.
How you feel about that guy?
Cool as shit, man.
He's real nice.
Yeah. I done had a couple of recruiters. He the one that, you feel me, understand me.
How many have you gone through?
He my third one. All right, bro.
Bro. God damn, they're desperate, dude. Yo, oh my God, dude, that is so evil, bro. That's evil. That is evil. That's just straight up outright evil. He's like, you're not gonna pay for college. That's fucking grooming, dude. You want to know who's grooming our children? Fucking recruiters for the Marine Corps, okay? That's who's grooming our fucking children. Not like, gay people or whatever.
Bro, sir.
So what kind of ball should I get? I got tiny little wrists.
All right, I just wanted to see that part of it. We ain't got kids, bro. What do you mean? What the fuck does that mean? What does that have to do with anything? When I told the recruiter my grant covered college, he asked if I had money for the bus fare. I had to get there and the military could pay for it. Bro, Yeah, if you want to understand how the American military industrial complex benefits from, severely undermining social safety nets that come as like basic amenities in every other fucking developed nation. There it is, dude. They're like, oh, you probably don't have enough money for the bus fare. What about healthcare? Healthcare is going to be hard. You don't have a job. This is like kind of like having a job. ROTC are the ones showing up to recruit at Carmel for sure. I mean, yeah, all these schools also have ROTC programs, right? Isn't it JROTC that you have in high school, which is like insane to me that they have it. But yeah, Carmel definitely JROTC. Then you go to ROTC. Then you're officer. Couple years. What is this? This is actually some of the saddest shit I've ever seen.
More, if you could say one thing to your recruiter, what would it be?
Fuck you.
Hey, word. Word.
Yeah.
If you could say one thing to your recruiter, what would it be?
That was fucking bullshit.
Hey. If you could tell one thing to your recruiter, what would it be?
Fuck you.
If you could say one thing to your recruiter, what would it be?
What that mouth to do?
Hope he dies.
Hey, if you could say one thing to your recruiter, what would it be?
Why the fuck did you lie to me?
If you could say one thing to your recruiter, what would it be?
Thank you very much for the job opportunity.
Hey, Frost. If you could say one thing to your recruiter, what would it be?
Why didn't you tell me about Airborne?
Pennington, if you could say one thing to your recruiter, what would it be? Good. Hey, if you could say one thing to your recruiter, what would it be?
Thanks.
If you could say one thing to your recruiter, what would it be?
Fuck you.
If you could say one thing to your recruiter, what would it be?
You're welcome for my service.
All of these guys look like Ludwig? Dude! That's just white people. But you're right. You're not wrong. They all do look like Ludwig.